Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. We're also going to talk about the banking system and ISO as well. American Bankers Association urging Congress for crypto and DLT regulations for banks, March 2023. We urge Congress and regulators to clarify that it's generally permissible for banks acting in a safe and sound manner to engage in these activities, which will enable financial innovation to the benefit of U.S. consumers, and the broader economy. Now, it's not only Brad Garlinghouse calling for regulations and calling on Congress. Now it's the Banking Association as well. Because the banks, they want to push ahead with innovation. They don't want to be left behind when the rest of the world passes them by. This is the year we move into ISO 222. Know what you hold. This could very well be what makes or breaks you. And I've said this time and time again. This is your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Either you invest in the right way right now and get financial freedom, or you stay broke. That's what it comes down to. Because if you invest right now in these ISO coins, you can easily get life-changing money. You could get generational wealth from this. These 8 coins and tokens have been certified as ISO 222 compliant. Quant, Ripple, Stellar, Hedera, IOTA, XDC, Algorand, and Cardano. There's going to be others that will come later. I still believe Casper is one of them. DAG, probably A0 as well, maybe a few others. And even after the new financial system goes live, we're going to see other cryptocurrencies come about. But if they're not useful in that new system, they will most likely be regulated out. Benefits of compliance. By meeting the ISO 222 crypto list's strict criteria, coins and tokens can enjoy several benefits. These include increased visibility and credibility among investors and traders. Wait until the institutional money pours in to XRP. Enhance security measures for storage and transactions. Improve liquidity for trading activities, reduce risk of fraudulent activities, increase customer confidence in the coin or token stability and reliability. Let's talk about stability. I always felt that at some point, XRP is going to be a high-valued stablecoin. Not completely stable or set at one price. It'll still fluctuate, but not the way it does now. And it's definitely going to have a higher value. Weekend of ISO 222 migration, 72 hours in which history is written. The coming weekend, 18th and 19th of March, is the focus of ISO 222 migration and international payment transactions. In addition to Target 2 T2S consolidation as a big bang, the Euro 1 system, SWIFT, CBPR+, beginning of coexistence phase of MT and MX formats, and the high-value payment systems of Canada, Australia, and New Zealand are also migrating. Now, I'm not going to tell you that XRP overnight is automatically going to hit $500 or $1,000 or $10,000. I think once ISO goes live, these cryptocurrencies will gain value over time. Haven't heard anyone on Squawk CNBC talk about the crypto issue at SVB. Now, I believe this is pushing a narrative, and I don't like it in any way. The collapse of Silicon Valley Bank last week raised a serious issue far more significant than the obvious ones cited by the financial press and a broad range of Washington politicians. Chief among these are bank loans against dubious assets. That's not getting much, if any, attention in the news or from Washington, and is likely to soon be swept under the rug, allowing needlessly risky bank practices to continue. Before its collapse last week, SVB made loans against Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. The question, Why is any bank anywhere allowed to accept crypto as collateral for loans? This is almost laughable. Let me tell you something. There's going to come a day where everybody's going to be borrowing against their crypto. They're going to be paying back those loans with passive income from other cryptocurrencies. We're going to be using crypto to do everyday transactions in the future. These people that write these articles and create this narrative, they just don't seem to see what's coming. But of course, SVB donated $73 million to Black Lives Matter. Scammers going to scam with each other. And there you go. You see, $73 million went to BLM. Now, I don't care where these people donate money to out of their own pocket, but banks should not be playing with customers' funds like this. The bank is there for one purpose: take your money and keep it safe, not do risky moves with your money in any way. I feel that this bank just dropped the ball all the way around. I believe there was only one person there that had any banking experience in any way. But that's what the bank needs to do if they want to gain the trust of the public. I stopped trusting the bank a long time ago, so any of this will never affect me. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink has raised the specter of slow-rolling crisis in the U.S. financial system following the failure of Silicon Valley Bank, with more seizures and shutdowns coming. Now, if he's warning of this, you already know what's coming next. We're going to see more banks fail. It might not happen right away, but it's definitely coming. It's all setting the stage for CBDCs, and it's also setting the stage for that massive liquidity crisis. U.S. lawmaker accuses FDIC of using bank instability to attack crypto. Now, this guy, Tom Emmer, I really like this guy because he puts it out there and just says, listen, crypto is not bad. We need to hold on to this innovation here in the U.S. We need to allow the U.S. to strive off of this, to make gains throughout the world off of crypto. These actions to weaponize recent instability in the banking sector, catalyzed by catastrophic government spending and unprecedented interest rate hikes, are deeply inappropriate and could lead to broader financial instability, said Emmer. Today, I sent a letter to FDIC Chairman Grunberg regarding reports that the FDIC is weaponizing recent instability in the banking sector to purge legal crypto activity from the U.S. It's like some people just want to get crypto out of the U.S. altogether, and it's getting to a tragic level. It's almost at a time where things are very crucial. The U.S. needs to get ahead of certain things, but yet we have so many people that seem to be working against us all the time, people in our own government. The charts are pointing to it. Ripple has the solution and the relationship is there. Will ODL save the day for Credit Suisse? Speculative, but anything can happen. Now, this is also all over the mainstream media news right now. They're saying Credit Suisse is the next to fall. And some people are speculating that they could utilize XRP and that ODL to save this bank. And that would be great because there are some pretty strong ties with this bank and Ripple. But then other people are saying that it's not that bad of a situation, according to the Saudis. So don't think everyone should panic over Credit Suisse. Doesn't appear it's in danger of failing. Saudis are merely stating that if they go over 10% ownership of the bank, a new wave of regulations and rules kick in. Then it's like this. That's like making $380,000 per year and not wanting to make $400,000, as it puts you in a higher tax bracket. And who wants to pay more in taxes? But the Saudis still claim the bank is very strong and sound. Let's not overreact too much and add to the FUD. I believe they're trying to push for that bank to fall. A lot of people in the mainstream media news talk about it like it's already a done deal. It's gonna happen. But I don't think so. I think Credit Suisse is gonna make it. Nice to see Coinbase finally supporting this effort. Coinbase files an amicus brief in the SEC Gov versus Wahis case in support of the dismissal of the lawsuit. Coinbase argues that the SEC uses old securities rules on a new, different technology. So Coinbase, it looks like they're back at it again, filing an amicus brief against the SEC. Coinbase doesn't list securities, but we would like to. We even petitioned the SEC to begin a rulemaking on this issue last year. We put forward 50 questions that would need to be answered for us to list securities. We haven't heard back on any of them. Do you see how the SEC leaves people in the dark? And then they don't know which way to turn. It causes chaos. That's why a lot of these crypto firms are still sitting in the garage, waiting to move ahead, but they don't know how, or they're afraid to because they might get a shakedown from Gary at some point. It seems like we need better rules as well. That Howey test is way outdated to pertain to today's technology. That's my opinion on that. Ripple lawsuit, SEC underestimated the fight inside XRP holders. And I feel the same way. I think when the SEC went after Ripple, I think they thought it was going to be a quick, easy win. But here we are over 2 years later, and it's still going on. And there's so much support around Ripple from other people in crypto as well that don't even hold XRP. That's because if Ripple wins this, that's going to change everything inside of crypto. And I really do believe Ripple is going to win. Why XRP holders should root for a narrow win for Ripple against the SEC. So, however, Barrett concluded that until the SEC discretion to regulate crypto is substantially constrained by the major question doctrine, crypto entrepreneurs seeking compliance and those trying to understand the rules of the road will face continued uncertainty or chaos, not knowing which way to turn. Therefore, XRP holders should root for a narrow victory for Ripple on the fair notice argument that would avoid continued litigation in higher courts and regulatory uncertainty for years to come. So if they just get a narrow victory, the SEC might leave it at that. If they go on for a full-on win, then the SEC most likely will appeal, and that could take even longer. So that's why they're saying we should just hope for a narrow win and push forward. Hopefully that's what happens. I don't want to see this case go on any longer. I want it to wrap up. A lot of people felt it was going to wrap up before ISO goes live. And who knows, maybe the judge would come out at some point and just end this case. Crypto future at stake. Stricter regulations loom after collapse of crypto banks exchange FTX. Investors are now having to navigate amid increasing calls for tighter crypto regulations. The thing is, though, they call for these regulations, but nothing happens. You know, Congress talks about it. You see Elizabeth Warren all the time mentioning regulations, but then nothing happens. Hopefully, at some point, somebody steps up and comes out with something good that works for everybody. I'm talking about the big banks, the retail investors. This way, innovation can push ahead. You know, we're at a crucial time. I say it because I see what's going on in the rest of the world. You know, announcement after announcement coming out of all these other countries around crypto and payments and how they're welcoming innovation into their countries. Meanwhile, we see the U.S. doing nothing, allowing the SEC to do whatever they want without consequence. It's almost like they want something. They don't want something good here. They wanted to strive somewhere else. Biden to propose changes to crypto tax rules according to the Wall Street Journal. This could mean stricter regulation and increased reporting requirements for crypto holders. Now, this is what they care about. They care about us paying our fair share of taxes, but they also want to know how much crypto we hold. While Biden's changes are not guaranteed to come into effect, various other recent tax policy changes will affect crypto investors in the U.S. this tax season. The IRS expanded the scope of crypto tax rules in February. Those changes mean that anyone who has dealt with digital assets must now report their activities. Other reports suggest that NFTs could be taxable. Additionally, some cryptocurrency exchanges began to provide 1099-B forms to their users in 2022, providing crypto investors with more information to report to the IRS. Recent third-party surveys from CoinLedger suggest that many crypto investors have not included crypto transactions on their tax reports when necessary. Only 58% of those surveyed confirmed including cryptocurrencies on their tax reports in 2022. I still see people saying, I won't report my crypto holdings until they come out with regulations. Other people say, just avoid the IRS altogether when it comes to crypto. But I always say, do what's best for you. Do what you think you should do. I don't want issues with the IRS, so I report everything. That's the way I look at it. UK to mandate declaring crypto holdings in tax forms. And the UK is no different than the US. They want to know how much crypto people are holding. UK citizens will have to declare their crypto holdings starting next year, the tax year that ends in April 2025. Under the change, crypto assets will have to be identified separately on the form, based on a separate document published by HM Revenue and Customs. Crypto holders will have to declare their profits on the capital gains form and will be subject to taxation when investments are sold for profit. Holding cryptocurrencies will not incur a tax. They just want to know what you hold. And I don't like the idea of that because next will come in the US, not in the UK. In the US, they'll want you to pay taxes on possible future earnings that you could get off of your crypto. I believe they tried that once before in the past. But we're at a time now where either you're going to invest in the right way in crypto and get that life-changing money, or you're just going to miss out. I honestly know all of you are going to get that life-changing money. But there's people outside of crypto that will come into crypto later once it starts really skyrocketing. I'd never understood that. And a lot of them, I think this time around, are going to regret that move. Because I believe XRP is going to move very fast when it starts to move upward. And I do believe it's just a matter of time now. I think it's going to start with ISO. That's when we might actually get a good idea on where XRP will go in the future. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. I know I made some mistakes in this one. So we'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.